This is Infinity, and I'm going to show you how to make the on cork board advent calendar, and which actually does give you also what day of the month it is. So this is a standard cork board. Actually, it's not even a full cork board. It's more like a cork board tile. There's no frame or anything. So any plain cork board you can get your hands on will work. I have this on a little easel. So the first thing you do is you paint on a Christmas tree. This is not very artistic. You could probably do a better job. This is just painted on with standard acrylic paint that you get at Michael's. I added some garland and some stuff. I think I made a star on top, which is just decorative. This is a spare ornament here. Now the important part of this is you're going to paint on exactly 25 ornaments. They're going to be covered eventually, so you could leave them all one color or different colors, it doesn't matter. Exactly 25. Now down here, this is our actual calendar, and we have 25 ornaments on the calendar. So on December 1st, you take off day number 1. Now I don't know if it's small enough, but this says number 1 over here. You take off an ornament, and then you could put this anywhere that you like on the Christmas tree. And then on December 2nd, you take off another one. Again, you just put them wherever you feel like putting them. All right, so now you're getting the idea. December 3rd, we have December 3rd. So as the month goes along and progresses, the tree becomes more decorated, and you can see what day it is, which is, I think, is a great thing. When you're walking past the calendar, you see today's date. You don't have to go to the week as you would on a regular wall calendar. You know exactly what date it is. The reason why we have these preset Christmas ornament dots on the cork board in advance is that way every year when you keep putting these on, you can put it in the same hole. If you were to not do that, then after 10 years of doing this, it's going to begin to look like, like bullet shot with all the holes in it. This, I probably made this 2002, wow, so almost 20 years ago I made this, and it really doesn't look any different than the day that I made it. I think maybe the edges got chipped a little bit because there's no frame on the cork board. This over here, I made a spare. You should always make a couple of spare ornaments because they could always get lost, especially during the storage. And also down here, when you put the ornaments back on the calendar grid, try to get it in the same hole. And then over here, I've been using the exact same hole year after year so that it preserves the cork. All right, so now let me show you a close-up of what the calendar grid looks like. All right, so here's a close-up of the calendar grid. So you can see I divided it into, it's 3 lines. The numbers aren't even because there's 25 days in the calendar. So the first line has 9 digits, and then I think the next 2 lines have 8 digits each. So you can still see some of the pencil marks that I used to space it evenly. So you have numbers 1 through 25, and make sure that the numbers are small enough or big enough that they will be covered by your Christmas ornament thumbtacks. And I just use a rubber stamp. I used a powerful kind of ink, and I rubber stamped directly onto the cork board. I think I used that color box ink. Who knows if that's even still being made. And yeah, or you could just hand draw it on. All right, now here's a close-up of the Christmas ornaments. So over here, this is a standard thumbtack, a flat-headed thumbtack. Okay, there's the flat glass marble. Now in between the two, there's a piece of paper which got like glued on or double stick taped on. And that piece of paper, what I did on that piece of cardstock probably, is I rubber stamped a design. In this case, it's like a little musical note. Oh, it's a 16th note. Okay. I tend to do things with a musical design on it. So, you have an option. You can just leave the flat marbles as is, or if you want to make things a little more interesting, you can rubber stamp a design on a little piece of paper, or just cut out a piece of paper that has designs some type of artwork already printed on it, and then glue your flat marble on top, and that way each ornament is different. Or you could leave them plain, your choice. That's what they look like. Okay, so here's the calendar, what it would look like on Christmas Day. All the ornaments are on the tree, exactly 25 of them, and every single last day of the calendar is showing that it's the 25th day of December. I didn't need to use my spare because nothing got lost. So in order to use it again the following year, before you pack it away, you would have to take all of these down one at a time and then put them back, covering up all the 25 numbers again so that it's ready for next year. So if you decide to make this, which I recommend you do, have a good time and Merry Christmas.